Dateline's Keith Morrison is joining us now to talk about the latest twists and turns in the Lori Vallow Daybell case. Keith, in the latest episode called The Doomsday Files, you are talking to the brothers of Lori's ex-husband, Charles Vallow, who lived here in the Valley. Now, this is the first time that they're talking since Lori's brother killed Charles, claiming self-defense. But Keith, the brothers dispute that.
Oh yes, they absolutely dispute that. They believe that it was an ambush, and you know, if you see our program, I think you might come to some conclusion that's similar to that yourself. But it's I can't decide what people are going to think. But the brothers have been very shy about talking on camera, and it took quite a while to get them feeling as if that was a good thing to do. But they're a very sweet pair of guys, and they said the same thing about Charles, that he was just a nice man who certainly didn't deserve what happened to him.
Now, investigators are treating Charles Vallow's death like a murder. Now, after seeing some of the crime scene pictures and more of that body cam video, are you surprised that police didn't treat it like a murder when it first happened?
You know, we looked at all of this material pretty closely, and the new stuff that has become available to us, and the Chandler Police Department released a big evidence dump, which has told us immense amounts about this story that we couldn't know for certain before. It's solidified a lot of things that we maybe suspected, but now we know. And so when these people were first brought in for their interviews, there was a lot the detectives didn't know. They did credible interviews. They did their best. It was when they took these people home after the interview that they began to think, oh, wait a minute, what are we dealing with here? And the good thing was that they kept the investigation going, began to look into it a little more carefully. And that's when they started to assemble all of this material. Now, the crime was in progress. In fact, the crime was just starting really at that point, and a good deal more was going to happen. Terrible things, and unfortunately, the investigation in Chandler didn't get started soon enough to stop those things. But I don't fault the detectives. They were doing their best, and they did good interviews. It's just
Yeah, there's just so many.
they were made node.
Yeah, so many moving parts and pieces to this story. Now, Keith, you have covered so many cases over the years, and now you've done several Dateline episodes on the Lori Vallow Daybell case. What keeps you up at night with this one?
The thing about it is it's the calm, deliberate, determined planning of acts which make my stomach turn, even now as I think about them, even now when we know and have known for quite some time who the victims were and how they died. It takes some doing to get your head around how people who believed somehow that they were beyond human could think that they could declare people to be dark or zombies or worthy of death, and to pass judgment and to carry that out in the most vicious way.
Keith Morrison with Dateline, thank you so much for your time.